become 100, right? And your final amount will become 1100. And then the next year they'll use 1100. So 10% of 1100. So now you're getting 110 instead of 100. So see how your money increases, right? So for the first year it's 1100, then the next year it's 1210. So that's how your money will be increasing. If you get 10%, normally banks don't give you such high percentages, so you won't be reaching these figures. You'll be getting like 1% or maybe 0.5% or 0.75%. So the amount of the growth will be very minimal. So the formula that we will use to work with this, there's an entire explanation. I'll try to put it up for you guys. So how it eventually leads to this, but this is the amount or the value that we will have. So we'll take our first value, which we'll call the principal, okay, and we'll take our rate percent to the exponent of t. We'll use this as our formula for our growth percentage or growth amount. Now, similarly for decreasing amounts like depreciation, let's say you buy a car, your value keeps going down, right? So let's look at this example that I used over here, and we'll try to find out the amount. So we want the amount. Our principal is the first value we start off with, which is 1000. Our rate percentage is 10, right? 10%. And let's say we wanted to find it after a year, after 1 year. So 10 divided by 100 is 0.1, so this becomes 1.1. So 1000 times 1.1 becomes 1100, which is this amount, right? If you did squared, you would get this amount. If you would wanted it after 15 years, you'll put 15 years. So our formula becomes our amount, principal, 1 plus the rate in percentage to the exponent t. Now this is when the value increases, like compound interest. If the value decreases, like in depreciation, then we'll put a subtraction sign. So this is what your value will become. A is equal to P 1 minus R percent T. So same formula, but it changes from plus to minus. So this is for exponential growth. This is for exponential decay. Like when you buy a car, you'll use this formula. When you invest money, when you buy bonds or investments, you'll use this formula. Okay? So these are the two main formulas that you will be using to solve these questions. And other than this, you'll be using that y is equal to ab to the power x. If you recall these three things, you'll be in a good position to solve most of the questions in exponential functions. So this is where we'll end, and we'll see you later. Have a nice one. Bye-bye.